Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope we're all having a great day today and we're all doing well. So in this video I kind of wanted to talk about some stuff in Operation Shadow Legacy, which obviously dropped yesterday. Kind of just wanted to throw around some thoughts about the new stuff, talk about what I like, some things that I'd maybe change, and some bugs that I hopefully get fixed in the near future. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is the Tachanka rework. Obviously, we didn't have the Tachanka rework at this launch of the season, and we weren't actually really expecting it to. But something that kind of leads me on to thinking that we're going to get him soon is that there was actually no elite skin at the launch of the season. Now, every season usually has a new elite skin in it, and we know the next two common elite skins are going to be Buck and Tachanka. So I actually thought that Buck was going to release at the launch of this season, and it turns out that that actually isn't the case. So is Tachanka going to be the next elite skin? And you know, that means that maybe if he is going to be the next elite skin, we're going to be getting his rework sometime soon. My best bet is that it's going to be mid-season, because we know he's going to have to at least come at some point in the season, because the upcoming pro team sets, where I'm pretty sure is going to be coming in Shadow Legacy, Rogue actually have a set for Tachanka. So maybe Tachanka rework is going to come at sometime this season, but I'll keep you guys updated once I find out more. But yeah, there's actually no elite skin, which is something I was actually quite confused about. Something that was actually added, which I was actually quite surprised about, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people were as well, was a text chat option for console. Now this is just like it is on PC, where you can talk in the team chat or the old chat, but there's actually a big issue with it. So to actually activate this chat, you have to hold down the pause button, but if you've done that, and I don't recommend doing it, it actually freezes your game. So I'm pretty sure this is a work in progress thing that they weren't actually meant to put into the live build of Shadow Legacy yet. I'm pretty sure they accidentally uploaded it, and they actually said on Twitter that they're looking into it. So it does mean that potentially soon we are going to be getting a text chat on console. But for now, what they've actually done is accidentally uploaded it to the live build. So that's why it doesn't work. So to activate it, you do hold down the pause button, but I wouldn't recommend it because it just leaves you stuck in that menu and you can't exit it or play the match unless you restart your game, which obviously isn't very efficient if you're in a ranked match, because you're not going to be able to play and you're really going to give the enemy team a free kill. So it does mean that we are going to be getting text chat at some point in console, which is a very cool thing, and I'm very excited about that. But just know right now, this was a mistake. I'm pretty sure that they actually put this in the live build, and it's going to be fixed in the near future probably. Now, of course, we also got the release of Zero, also known as Sam Fisher, who is our new attacking operator. Now, his new gun is actually pretty good. I'm actually quite impressed by it. We also have all the new scopes in the game as well that go along with it. I'll get into that more in a minute, but I actually do really like the new scopes. It's just something I think they should change, but I'll get into that in a minute. But obviously, Sam Fisher, like I just said, his gadget, which is the Argus launcher, where he can shoot cameras from a pistol that can go through reinforced walls and everything. And the main thing about this is it's a really good gadget, but there's kind of a little bug right now where the sensitivity of actually being on his camera is way too extremely high that you cannot even shoot his gadget without the gadget getting destroyed. I compare it to being more like the sensitivity of a Valk cam, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be more around the sensitivity of Maestro's Evil Eye, in my opinion, considering you actually have to be precise and shoot enemy gadgets with it. So that's something I think they should look into changing, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and Reddit talking about how it's just way too high, because you know, you shoot it into a wall and you want to get that gadget destroyed as fast as possible without being noticed, and it's kind of hard when the sensitivity is so high you can't even line up a shot and the gadget gets destroyed. So I've seen a lot of people talking about that as well, and I'm pretty sure they are going to fix that, because that is definitely a big bug that is making Zero not as good as he should be, because you're really eliminating the big factor of his gadget there, where you're meant to be shooting gadgets with it, and the fact that the sensitivity is so high, you're going to making it a lot harder for Zero players to actually do their job. So like I was saying a minute ago about the new scopes, they actually are really cool, and it's a great addition to the game. Because before, scopes in the game used to either just be 1 times or 3 times, 3 times being the ACOG, and then when it was coming to operator balancing, they were either just taking away an ACOG or adding an ACOG, and it wasn't very that accurate if you're going from 1 times just to 3 times. So they've updated the whole system now, where scopes are 1 times, 1.5 times, 2 times, 2.5 times, and 3 times, and 3 times is actually limited to DMRs. So this whole new scope system is actually pretty interesting, and it's not really the magnifications I want to get into. I think there is some operators I'd give maybe a bit more magnification to, and maybe give it to some other operators, but that's really just down to the balancing team. That's not really an issue. A big thing which I've seen a lot of people kind of complaining about, which I kind of agree with, has to be with the one-time scopes. Now, the one-time scopes we've had in the game since launch is holographic, red dot, and reflex, and we've been given new variants of the holographic and the red dot, and you know, they're pretty cool, but some of them work better on some operators than they do on others. And on the test server for Operation Shadow Legacy, they were kind of just giving them willy-nilly to every operator, and it kept changing kind of nearly every day what operator got it. And some people just kind of want it on a specific operator, and then obviously people want it on a different one. And a big idea, I think Pengu was the first one that came with it, was just give the one-time scopes to anyone. And by that I mean, don't just limit operators to having certain scopes. Now, as far as I'm aware right now, I was playing Echo, and he has the standard reflex, standard red dot, the new holographic, and I think he has the 1.5 times scope as well. And the 1.5 times scope is actually quite good on Echo, but the new holographic I'm kind of split between. I like the reticle on it, but the housing for the actual scope itself is a bit too big, and it kind of covers up too many lines of sight. So I think you should really have the option to use the other holographic, which is arguably a bit better. But, you know, you kind of have that little way off. I'd say the new holographic has a better reticle, but I'd say the old holographic has a better housing. So, you know, you've got your perks for bringing either of them. And I think every operator really should have that choice of what one they want to bring. You should have the choice for the standard holographic, the new holographic, or the Razor holographic. You've also got the old reflex, and I'm pretty sure that's the only reflex in the game. I'm not obviously talking about the Russian scopes, because all the Russians have different scopes, and you know, maybe they should let everyone else have access to them as well. Nomad, I'm pretty sure, has her own reflex as well, which I'm actually not sure what it's even called, but I'm pretty sure it's only on Nomad's AK. So I'd like to see that go to other weapons as well. But I actually think this is a change that they are going to make, because a lot of people, like I've said, like Pengu and all that, have really been pushing for this ever since these new scopes have been revealed. And I think it's really just a good idea, because there's some operators, obviously, that have these scopes, and it's really just down to personal preference. It's not really good for balancing if you're going to give an operator a certain scope, where scopes are just down to preference. Fair enough if it's the magnification, but all the one-time scopes all have the same magnification, and if you're going to limit an operator to a certain one-time scope, that's only going to fit half the player base, for example. I feel like they should have that freedom just to pick what holographic they want, because then you're really just going to be pushing someone from playing an operator, not because of their gadget, or not actually even because of their gun. They just don't want to play it because of the scope they have, and I don't really think that should be a factor in balancing an operator. It should always come down to their actual primary weapon, not the scopes. Fair enough the magnification, but not the scopes, and obviously their gadget and weaponry. I don't really think just what variant of a one-time scope should come down to that. I feel like you should have the freedom to pick which one you want. The last thing there really is to talk about is there's a big bug where sometimes in casual and ranked matches people are spawning outside the map, and there's not really much to talk about in that. It's obviously out of the player's controls, but I'm pretty sure they have said that they are looking into it, and I'm going to assume they are anyway, because it's happening to so many big people, and it's just happened to a lot of people, and it's very surprising that this has made it to the live build, but hopefully they get to patch that really quick, and that is no longer going to be an issue. But other than that, this whole season is actually looking pretty solid. If they just fix the minor bugs, such as Zero's gadget sensitivity being too high, hopefully they give people more freedom when it comes to what one-time scope they want to use, and not just limiting them to a certain variant of the holographic or a certain variant of the red dot. Hopefully that's something they kind of open up in the future and kind of give us more freedom on. But that's all there really is to talk about. Obviously we've got the live chat as well, the text chat, which seems to be in early development or some stage of the development stage. Hopefully it comes out sooner rather than later, because this is something that I feel like console actually really needs. Because currently right now, if you want to talk to someone on the other team, you actually have to go through the whole clunky PlayStation messages and stuff like that, and it takes a long time. Whereas if you just have this little chat, I feel like that'd be something quite cool. Obviously they're going to have to monitor it for toxicity just like they do on PC, but I think it's going to be a great change overall, and I hope it comes pretty soon. But that's all I have to talk about in this video. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the new scopes, about the game chat on console. That's a really big thing that I'm excited for coming. And obviously, if you've had this issue with Zero and his gadget sensitivity being too high, I have seen a lot of people talking about it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is all I have for today, and I shall see you all later. Goodbye.